Then the second weakness is the displaying of the displayed messages do not, in the display, indicate whether they are messages originally sent by the sender or messages forwarded by the sender. In order to address this second weakness, I have had a spreadsheet created that extracts the metadata of the messages in the WhatsApp chat files, so as to indicate which of the messages were forwarded and which of the messages were sent. There are no forwarded messages in the chats between Mr. Matlala and Mr. Julius Mkwanazi and also Tato Sinona.
Thank you. And those spreadsheets are attached as SDK 11, SDK 12, SDK 13, and SDK 14. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Can I just ask a question for clarification? So there's a consent to search an electronic equipment. You get hold of Mr. Matlala's 2 cellular phones. And then in your statement in paragraph 82, you say from the WhatsApp chats, you were able to establish that there are these communications between Mr. Matlala and other people. How were you able to identify the other people that Mr. Matlala was communicating with? So if you just take, for example, paragraph 82.1 of your statement on page 33. So we know that you have Mr. Matlala's device, so you know that it is him communicating with somebody else. But how were you able to identify that he was communicating with the people you have mentioned in your statement?
Thank you, Commissioners. The detailed profiles, as well as then the official communication of the numbers that will be linked with those specific individuals was done.
So you were able to link the numbers of these other individuals with their names?
That's correct, Commissioners.
Mayor, General, just so that I understand what we are looking at, that explanation at 85.1, where you're talking about the shortcomings of the system, where you say at the start and end of each of the annexures, there appears to be a message from a known caller, which is in fact a misread system message and does not represent an actual message from an unknown caller. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Are you saying the caller is known? Are you saying there is a message? I'm not sure what it means when I look at what is on the screen now.
Thank you, Commissioners. We are saying the system used by the Commission at the start and the end of each annexure. There appears to be a message that it's from an unknown caller, which is in fact a misreading of the system. And the system message, and that does not represent an actual message from an unknown caller. It's a system misreading.
So there's no message?
No, if I could help, because it was the Commission, that software that was used to assist the witness. And what happened is when the chats get downloaded, and you'll see it when we go to the chats, Commissioner Baloy, at the start, where the downloading begins, it registers a message, and it doesn't know the system how to deal with it. So it just says unknown caller or unknown sender, but it's really just I want to say like an artifact or something of the system of extraction of the chats. that gets reflected. It's not actually any message that's coming from anyone at all. And at the end of the chat, there's the same thing at the end of it, at the bottom. So for each one, you'll see that. It's just a system error message in a way.
Does that mean on the chats themselves, you do see who the chat was from and to whom it was? When it comes to the chats themselves?
The chats themselves are reflected quite clearly who, on both sides, yes.
Oh, all right, okay, thank you.
And then perhaps I should also assist the witness to explain the point about the time, because in the spreadsheets that we've provided, it's 2 hours. It's using GMT as opposed to South African time. So we'll add 2 hours.
8.6.1, Mr. Matlala or one of his employees makes payments to Mr. Mogotsi directly, sometimes for expenses related to the African National Congress events, and in particular for the benefit of delegates of such event who are apparently linked to the Minister Nkunu through the Chief of Staff, Mr. Nkabinde, in the office of the Minister. Then number 2, in return, Mr. Mogotsi uses his influence within the SAPS and the ministry to manipulate SAPS processes so as to frustrate criminal investigations into Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala. Also leaks highly confidential or classified information of the SAPS to Mr. Matlala. Also coordinates the payments from the SAPS to the Medicare 24 Tshwane District, a company owned by Mr. Matlala, which unlawfully procured a contract from SAPS worth 360 million. And number 4.
Rand. You left out rand.
360 million rands. Apologies,
Thank you.
Commissioner. And the 4th one, the 4th picture, is an unsuccessful attempt to prevent the SAPS from cancelling its contract with Medicare 24 Tshwane District. In pursuit of these goals, Mr. Mogotsi, in a mistaken belief that an investigation into Mr. Matlala was being conducted by the Political Killings Task Team, as pointed out above. It was actually that investigation conducted by the Gauteng counterintelligence operations. Mr. Mogotsi has pursued the disestablishment of the Political Killings Task Team, a mistaken identity. And then, secondly, he has specifically sought to find a means of having me subjected to a criminal and or disciplinary proceedings, including a somewhat comical attempt to rely on a December 2024 Constitutional Court judgment in State versus Matlala, CCT number 237/2002, to have me disciplined for the conduct of a different Brigadier Khumalo, who was involved in that case, a Brigadier Mbuso Khumalo, who was then referred to on the records of proceedings on this case, and who Mr. Mogotsi apparently thought it was me or myself. The second mistaken identity. 8.6.4, Mr. Mogotsi purports to have been operating in this regard with the support of the Minister of Police, as well as the Chief of Staff in the Minister of Police, Mr. Nkabinde, and Lieutenant General Sbiya, the Deputy National Commissioner in the SAPS. Apparently, in parallel, Major General Sinona pursues similar objectives with Mr. Mogotsi and leaks confidential SAPS documents to Mr. Matlala. Major General Sinona's association with Mr. Matlala appears to be linked to a commercial venture between Mr. Matlala and Mr. Tato Sinona, his son.
General,
Plural, is it a venture or ventures?
Apologies, commissioners, it's a commercial ventures.
General, in paragraph 86.5, where you speak about Major General Sinona pursuing similar objectives with Mr. Mogotsi, is that with intended? Is it with him or is it similar to
I
Mr.
think
Mogotsi?
as is probably the better word than with.
Not, General, you confirm that you're not saying
Yes.
that Major General Sinona and Mr. Mogotsi
No.
are working together?
It's a typing error, commissioners. It's Major General Sinona, similar objectives as Mr. Mogotsi, not with.
And just to be clear, are those objectives the ones set out in 86.4? Because remember, at the start of 86, you set out various objectives that Mr. Mogotsi pursues. So it's just not clear from 86.5 whether you're referring to all the objectives starting from 86.2 or whether you are limiting yourself to only 86.4.
No, I'm only referring to 86.4, Commissioner.
Okay. So just so that you understand me, when you say Major General Sinona pursues similar objectives as Mr. Mogotsi, you're referring only to the objectives set out in 86.4.